Look, fellas, we're in an unprecedented time right now.
Meech is back in town. Must be trying to expand outside of Michigan.
Yo, the king is returned!
Making it a great opportunity to strike.
We got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
What up, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ajiona and we are locked in. This is what's next for BMF season 3, episode 4. Now, episode 3, we seen Meech and his father down in Atlanta open up shop while Terry is trying to figure out what the heck was going on and who called CPS, only to find out that it was Detective Brian. And we see that Brian is playing with the other team right now, and him and Henry are doing anything they can to get the Flennory brothers and BMF up and out the city. Now, before we jump into this and we break down the episode 4 trailer and give a couple of predictions, if you like BMF content, breakdowns, theories, and predictions like this, live after show discussions, tune in tonight, 4 p.m. Eastern, on the clock. Then hit your subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. I'm on that road to 50,000 subscribers, so if you don't see this at 100 likes and you're new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, with Meech going back to Detroit, he potentially about to open up a pipeline to St. Louis also. So let's jump into it. This is what's next for episode 4 of BMF. We start off by seeing Meech on a private jet. Now, he pulls up to the hangar and he's showing back up to Detroit, and that's because he's established himself down in Atlanta. Now, we did lose Stack and he went off, but we kept most of his crew. So with Meech coming back, as I mentioned, we met a guy that's from St. Louis in episode 3. So he's probably coming up here to tell T, listen, we're expanding faster than we thought we would. So we really need to get a roll on things and you make sure that you're situated up here in Detroit. So he shows back up to Detroit. And it's looking like, hey, Meech is the man. Remember, Terry's part of BMF said they didn't want to work for Terry, who's nickel and diamond and charging them for late fees. They wanted to work for Meech, aka the big dog. Terry is trying to get his crew in order. Now, we seen him going at Henry. Him and Henry supposed to have a deal, but that deal never fell through. So now Henry's doing anything she can, called Child Protective Services on Terry, and he knocked that ambulance off to make sure that their shipment wouldn't go through. So he's trying to let his crew know, listen, we're in tough times right now. And it's basically a mini war that's about to jump off. So if you're with me, you're with me. If not, you're against BMF. So we're starting to see Terry develop his leadership skills. But once Meech shows up, we're going to start seeing how all the members are starting to shift. Like, we mess with Terry, but we all started up under Meech. So this is going to be something bad, but it's going to be good also. And when I say bad, it's not like a bad thing, because I don't think we're going to see the divide between Meech and Terry until maybe like season 4. But as of right now, Terry's going to start to witness that everyone respects Meech a little bit more as far as his leadership skills go. We hear Henry saying Meech is back. He's looking to expand his territory. That's what I was talking about in St. Louis. We know in episode 1 of season 1 that Terry gets arrested in St. Louis and Detective Brian is back. So Brian is seeing this, and of course, in this trailer, we see him spying on Meech. Now, we'll get to that in a minute, but right now, Henry is exhausting all of her resources to try to figure out what Terry and Meech got going on, any shipments they have, and she's trying to deny them having a footprint in the city of Detroit because she's supposed to be next to take over for her dad, Blaze, and if her dad sees that BMF is just running wild out here, then yeah, he's going to definitely look at her and say, well, you can't even run Detroit without me instructing you on what to do. So no, I'm definitely not giving you the organization. We see the whole crew showing Meech love. They talking about the king is back. Well, if they know anything, they got Loco. They moved those 500 bricks for Cena. Right now, Big Meech is on the move. We also separated ourselves away from Greeny, and we have a couple of issues with the MK, but not too much to the point where it's like, okay, we potentially have a war on our hands. It's just a little disagreement and a little fight broke out. But, you know, that's nothing that money can't fix. Detective Brian will have the full court pressure on Meech and Terry, specifically Meech, because he used to work for Meech. Now, at the end of episode 3, Terry and Bryant, they had a little conversation, and Terry was trying to get Bryant back on his side so they won't have any issues with the police. Now, the thing is, Brian is suspended. He's no longer police. We also know that he was there on the scene when Jen got shot. He knows about BMF being there, and he told Terry, hey, I'm going to be against you. I'd rather get ran over than to roll with you guys. So now that Meech is back, this is just going to drive Bryant to go even harder to figure out how to bring BMF down. Now, we know Meech is going to get back out of here and go to Atlanta. So it's going to be all of that pressure on Terry to try to make sure that the whole organization is ran properly, because Meech is only stepping in the city for maybe a day, two, maybe a weekend, and then getting back out because he has bigger business down in Atlanta, and that pipeline is open all the way up. Meech and Terry's relationship, we know they love each other. They're brothers. Even though they had their disagreements later on in life, we hear Terry talking about without his brother, they couldn't have made things happen. So Meech being back, and he's always trying to look out for his little brother, Terry. He wants the best for his interest, and that's why he came back. Like, hey, bro, this is what I'm doing. Let's keep this thing rolling. Now, they're in agreement with this, but Terry just has a lot of other stuff going on internally that he has to deal with. So maybe his mind and his brain, his whole focus isn't all the way there. But with these two together, there's a lot of damage that they can do. We know that they ran BMF for over 22 years. We see Jen and we see her partner. Jen was shot. Now, I'm not sure if the bullet actually went through. I'm not sure if I seen any blood or anything, but we know that she got shot and she's seen Detective Bryant. So it looks like they might be pulling some kick doors in and doing some little stops here and there, just for the simple fact that she knows about Cuts. Remember, Cuts got arrested. That was Sterling's hitter. He's the one that took out Saint. So they might be pulling some kick doors and starting to make some arrests on a lower level to see if they can get people to flip and start telling on BMF. But we know that it's about to be crazy in these streets, and this could be Jen eventually reaching out to Bryant and linking that connection back together, because she's seen Bryant, and if you scratch my back, I scratch your back, maybe I can do something about Kevin, because Kevin was beat up the last time we seen him, or hey, I can give you some information on Henry. Either way, we need to see some more police presence, and Jen, she might be the one to make it happen. This is BMF. There's going to be a lot of money. We don't know who's moving this money or how they moving this money, but we know that Meech, when he's in the city, there's going to be money everywhere. Terry moving at work, there's going to be money everywhere. So we can only imagine what this is going to. This might even be a bag to try to pay Brian off. Hey, Brian, one more go. How about you take this money and leave us alone? We don't know yet, but when the money is getting passed around, that means everybody's eating. All right, there you go. What's next for episode 4 of BMF? Let me know what you guys think. Is Meech showing back up in Detroit? Is this going to be bad or good for Terry as far as his crew is going and the pressure that's going to be put on him being watched by Henry, because she already has a problem with Terry in the city? Let me know what you think. I'm MoDIJ. Make sure you tune in tonight for the after show. On the clock, episode 4 p.m. Eastern. My name is MoDIJ. We're on that road to 50,000 subscribers. If I said something that makes you think, or if you just like BMF content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.